Hello, welcome to another episode of This, That, and the Other. And I had some memories of that actor, McLean Stevenson, various shows that he was in, and tried some of his own sitcoms that were not very successful, from what I can remember. I'm basically just going to talk on memory. Haven't really done any such research on him or anything, but for first thing I saw him in was movie Mr. and Mrs. Bojo Jones, where he plays a pastor that marries the couple, and then he was he was on a sitcom Mash played the colonel, and on one of the episodes he ends up getting killed in I think a helicopter crash, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember why he left Mash. Like I said, I'm not really doing any research on this. It's kind of like speaking from memory. But after that, I was looking on YouTube, and some of the shows he'd done. He had a show called the McLean Stevenson Show, where I believe he owned a hardware store. And that show did not last very long. Actually, I am gonna take a look into this one. Okay, it said the show lasted from December 1st, 1976 to March 23rd, 1977. So the show did not last very long. I'm guessing low ratings. Just says Mac and Peggy Ferguson face the opposite of an empty nest in small town Ohio, where their two grown children and two grandchildren move in. Son Chris is returning to school while Janet is divorcing. Joining them is Peggy's mother. So that show did not, was, like I said, was not on the air very long. And then after that, he did a show shortly after that called In the Beginning. His next show was created by Norman Lear, and it went on from September 20th to October 18th, 1978. It was canceled after 5 episodes due to low ratings. One of the things it did run against the show, Age is Enough. So that probably had a lot to do with why the show didn't do well. It was a show about a frontman, Father Cleary, who had been the pastor of a very successful upscale Catholic church, and his bishop, who was actually played by the same man that played Howard Sprague on Andy Griffith's show, assigned him to the hood to help run a mission, running a ghetto mission in Baltimore. And Priscilla Lopez co-starred with him. She played a nun who had, I guess, been a runaway, lived on the streets when she was young, and she ended up becoming a nun later on. But the show only lasted 5 episodes. And then I remember, I believe the next show he did was 1979, Hello Larry. And this show was based in Portland, Oregon. He had moved from Los Angeles to Portland to get out of the city. Him and his wife divorced. She ran a travel agency, and he had to raise his 2 teenage daughters. Donna Wilkes and Kim Richards played the parts of the daughters, and the producer of his radio show, Joanna Gleason, Morgan, she played Morgan, and he had some other people. He had a African American woman that lived next door that was a teacher that would come over the house and visit all the time. And then later on, Larry's father moved into the house. But Donna Wilkes played in the first season of Hello Larry, and then his other daughter was played by Krista Erickson in the second season. Also, the show had Meadowlark Lemon of the Harlem Globetrotters that I believe owned a sporting goods store, and Hello Larry would do advertisements for his store on his show. But this show actually lasted 2 years, 1979 to 1980. Aired on NBC from January 26, 1979 to April 30th, 1980. So it consisted of 38 episodes run over 2 seasons. So that show lasted longer than those other two. I don't remember if he did any other shows after Hello, Larry. Oh, I just saw something here. I do remember this. He was actually on the show Doris Day Show from when it ran during the time frame when it ran from 1968 to 1973. He was not on the show every season. Maybe one of those seasons. Maybe the second season. I used to also see him on the various versions of the Pyramid Game show, and he was on Match Game as well. But that was what he died, and he was born in Illinois in 1927. He died February 15, 1996, at the age of 68 years old. And that's what I was able to find out on McLean Stevenson. I always liked his work and wished he could have had, better, more successful shows than what he had. And I looked at some episodes of the various shows, and I thought they were pretty good actually. But sometimes you run against another show that's a lot more popular, and it really ruins the show. A lot of it has to do sometimes with when they put the show on and who they run the show against. But anyway, looking for ideas on shows to do. Like I said, my show is about preserving history, especially obscure aspects of history. That being said, like, subscribe, share. As always, thanks for watching.